E-Digger. That's right, and you're listening to the Charm City Direct Radio Show on the station, the loudest internet radio station right now, MMBP Radio, where music must be played.
Wow.
I told you.
What?
We got approximately 5 women down here that combined with their louds alone.
I had a busy weekend. Like, I'm actually losing my voice. I've been doing a whole lot. You know, I work in the club like 4 or 5 days a week. So, you know, I've been drinking a lot of tea. It's not working.
You said,
Huh?
You said you was going to quit drinking.
I said I would stop drinking liquor. I didn't say I would stop drinking beer.
Beer is liquor.
Not old dudes and I got this
malt.
This oh my goodness. Don't judge me, okay?
Okay. I'm
having the bad now. I'm trying to get my voice back together. You feel? You see? You hear me? You hear me?
We go through this.
I don't even sound right.
It the voice change, the liquor issue. What else?
You don't understand. Look, I'm in the club all the time.
And I'm on the radio all the time.
I know, but you know, I gotta do the live thing. Like I gotta do the DJ thing, and then I gotta holler and scream and do the hype man thing. I gotta hype my own party, and then I gotta hype other people's parties.
What are you saying? Brandy cooks. So what are you saying?
That's different. She's not talking. She just cooking. You know what I'm saying?
But it takes physical.
No. All you gotta do is use your hands.
All
you gotta do is use your hands. And that's it. Unless she on Hell's Kitchen and she fussing at everybody.
She
that's the only time.
Well, I do a little bit fussing.
No, that's different. That's different.
You've been saying the same.
I'm an entertainer, man. Just leave me alone. I'm an entertainer.
It's like that?
I entertain.
It's like that, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. This is what I need y'all to do.
Okay.
Don't try to take my job.
No. You're all in the back. When music must be played loud.
Say it loud.
Say it real loud, okay? All right, cool. You're listening to the Charm City Direct. You're listening to the Charm City Direct Radio Show on the station where music must be played
loud.
Nope, I don't like it.
Even them in the back.
I don't like it. I want everybody in here to have several seats.
They got several seats. They sitting down. So what you say? You're listening to the Charm City Direct Radio Show live in the studio. I have the lovely young ladies of You Can't Hurt Me No More. No more.
No more.
I got the shirt, the long sleeve of it. No, I'm just playing. It ain't the long sleeve edition. we right here, the Charm City Direct Radio Show, and we had left off with you, Brandy, and you was giving us your opinion about how you feel about the organization. My next question is basically, how do people feel? What is the reactions to people when you delivered your message to them? And this is for any one of you.
Just like at the launch party, I mean, it was amazing how many, I think the whole room, minus maybe 5 people, stood up and either had a similar story, somebody they knew had that story, they went through it themselves. It was just so powerful. I mean, I think it changed all of us. I know that there are a lot of people that are hurt, but to have a room 35, 40 people and 80% feeling the same way can take something from each one of us, and they all had some level of experience with it. So,
wow.
Yeah, the feedback and the reaction has been really, really positive. A lot of times I get, oh, I didn't know, when I share my story and we share our stories, or, when you give that story and somebody relates to it, they will come up to you, they will find you after you've spoken, and then they want to share their story because finally it's somebody who they can, who relates to them. So the reaction has been really good. It's like a spiritual high. We might be on a spiritual high for weeks after something like this, and that's how we were. That's how we all felt. And other people who were there, it was like they were all infected with that. And we just kept hearing about it on Facebook and things like that. So yeah, the reaction has been really, really powerful and very positive.
Wow. Nicole, I think you touched on it briefly at the on Charm City Direct TV about the attendance at the launch party, and there was one in particular story that you shared about a young man who came up to you and said he had no clue of the type of pain and what's really going on with women. Talk about that.
Yes. It was a guy there, and I think it was after the show when he came up to me, and he said, I had no idea that women hurt to the extent that they do. And it was also another guy, it was Renee's cousin that was there. He had basically all of us in tears, just to hear men share their pain. Because I know a lot of men walk around and they're macho and they try to hide their pain. But it was amazing that what God had given us, it had touched the men's heart for them to be able to share their pain. And I think that was like a priceless moment for the women and everyone that was there. We all was in tears. I mean, from everybody's story, but to hear a man open up about his pain, that really changed us.
And this is not just for women.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
Women, children, men.
Is it for children as well?
Oh yes, because we talk a lot about bullying, self-image, negative self-image. Like she was sharing about her daughter with doing the crunches and stuff like that. I mean, that's what we want to get our hands on, because we didn't have that growing up when we were young. We didn't have somebody come to us and say, "Baby, it's okay. You don't have to feel like that."
True.
Or but yeah. So it's not just for women.
Right. And then sometimes when we're young, we're taught to, I can remember the saying, whatever happens in this house stays in this house. No matter how bad it hurts or how sad it makes you feel. And sometimes secrets, right? And and when we keep secrets, what we fail to realize is that they follow us and we keep them hidden in our hearts. And then as we become adults, those secrets arise.
Wow.
Because we've hidden all that pain all the time from our childhood into our adulthood.
Okay.
And the pain follows.
Okay.
And then we pass it on to our children, and we're teaching them how to hide their pain. So that's what we're about. Just like Lisa and Brandon said, we're trying to reach everyone, because kids hurt too.
Okay.
They hurt too.
Okay. Now let's talk about your individual stories, because I feel as though it is important for people to hear that. So, starting with whomever want to go first, talk about your story briefly, but also talk about the how the organization brought you out of it. So share your story and talk about how the organization brought you out of that.
Well, again, part of my story is about domestic violence. It's not the whole story, but that's the biggest part of the story.
Okay.
That's the part that carried the most shame for me, and that's what I needed to break free of, because even after I had gotten out of that relationship, I still carried all those scars. So writing for me has been very therapeutic in that, and that's pretty much what this is about. It's about sharing your story and writing your pain and sharing it with the world and things like that. The way that You Can't Hurt Me No More has hurt me, and as it relates to what I've been through, is that it gave me a voice. I'm a very introverted person, so I don't go into a room and talk to a lot of people. I'm really shy and very reserved.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's helped me in that way. It really gave me my voice. And the first show that we did, I kept telling Nicole was like, you got to do this, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't go and speak to these in a crowd of people. And she was like, you can do it, you can do it. So she really encouraged me. I mean, I was so up in my head, messed up. I lost my voice the week before the show. I mean, completely gone. And it came back like an hour before I hit the stage. So once I did that and I broke free of that and came out of that, that's really how it's helped me the most. It gave me a voice to be able to share it, with you today, because that's not something that I could do before.
Nicole?
For me, it gave me healing.
Okay.
Healing for me. Healing for my soul, my wounded soul.
Okay.
God used it to heal me. And I just want to share it with everyone I know. I want to share it with the world.
Okay.
You know, I want people to know that you don't have to suffer alone.
True.
You don't have to carry your pain alone.
True.
And I spoke on self-image. I'm real big on that. Going into the launch party, I was very nervous. Once I got there and started opening my mouth, it just kind of like came out. My biggest thing was I wore cardigans, I wore blazers, whatever it was to cover up my midsection. But what I learned and got from the show was these scars or this belly I had is from my 4 beautiful children. So when I put on a blazer now, or a sweater or a cardigan, it's to make my outfit look good. It's not to cover up anything that I'm trying to hide. I have a husband. He loves me, and that's really all that matters.
That's great.
You know.
That's great.
So
Yes.
Wow. We're going to take another quick break because we're going to make a possible switch with one other member here, Vernay. She's in the cut, the side cut. Once we come back, we'll make that switch. Don't go nowhere. Also, coming up, we have the contest question. Phone's going off. And she can't cut it off. Coming up is the contact question. If you get this question right, you could be sitting right next to me as my guest co-host right here on the Charm City Direct Radio Show. But you have to call in 443-475-0073. It's the number. Call in, get the question right, and you could be sitting right here. And live in the studio, the beautiful young ladies of You Can't Hurt Me No More LLC right here on the Charm City Direct Radio Show on the station where music must be played loud.
See, that's
Yes.
why. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I still have a job.
But they got it though.
No, they don't.
They louder than you. Don't go nowhere. More to come.